Hi there crafters, Louise here. Thank you so much for checking out this video. I am probably going to buy all of Vicki Boutin's new collection. I think it's called Artful Moments. I've been seeing it released and it is March in Australia, and let's face it, anything she releases in that rainbow kind of palette I'm probably going to buy, and this inspired me to maybe pull out the last of my Vicki Boutin collection and try to stash bust it. So when I originally got this collection, again, I did buy everything. I was a little bit out of control on that particular day. I think I made maybe 12 or 14 layouts, a mix of 9x12 and 12x12. And I still had so much. Like what you're seeing here is what's left in this collection. There is still so much available to use. And it's gotten to a point where I really just need to get some of it bashed. If I'm going to invest in a new collection, then it really is time to bite the bullet and use up some of this old collection. Now, I'm working quite a lot on doing my Bali album. I tend to not complete an album straight away, and there's a couple of reasons for this, because I don't like to work with the same type of photos. I find my creativity gets a little bit stale if I'm constantly looking at like trip photos, but also too, I like to be able to use different collections and papers and different bits and pieces from within stash or something new, and as you can see, like going back to this Vicki Boutin collection, I'm teaming it up with a Bali photo, and that is not something I would have done at the time this collection was released, because I hadn't been on that trip as yet. And this really is just about me and my thought process and what I've learned about my own scrapbooking over the years. In that, yeah, the way I scrapbook, I can tend to get a little bit stale when I'm creating A, with one collection over and over again, or B, when I am creating with the same group of photos over and over again. So this kind of breaks it up. And honestly, coming back to this and stash busting was really quite fun. I had forgotten some of the pieces that were in these. Like obviously I've got a whole bunch of rub-ons there. Like rub-ons made a comeback, and I love how rub-ons look, but I didn't use very many of them. And the ephemera packs, like you can see over here, I think I've teamed, there might have been like 5 different ephemera packs. You know, one was florals, one was titles, one was journal bits. So there's heaps of them that I've all mixed in together, and just, yeah, hadn't been used. So this is really great way to stash bust, and you can kind of see I'm really just auditioning different pieces, picking something up. Does it suit? Does it not? Can I tuck it in behind something? Can I go ahead off camera like I've done in this case? And yeah, just stuck everything down so I know what I'm working with, and I can come back and add some more of these rub-ons. So in terms of this creativity, yeah, pulling this out for stash busting purposes felt really good. Sharing it here with you guys out in YouTube land, again, felt fantastic because it's stash busting, but it's also inspiration that maybe you can get into your stash and start to get some of these collections out that you know you've got sitting there and haven't necessarily used for some time, with a new type of photo or a new memory or event. So hopefully this gives you some inspiration. Now, in the course of doing this video and the voiceover, I have placed my order for Vicki Boutin's Artful Moments collection. I didn't buy everything. I was very restrained. Now that I've used this collection, I kind of have a bit of an idea of what I am drawn to in terms of, yes, the rub-ons made it into the cart, some of the ephemera, but not necessarily all of the packets of ephemera. So I was very strict about what I bought so that I could be sure that I was actually going to use it and get benefit out of it. But looking at this as I'm doing the voiceover, I definitely think that this collection, so these elements that I think I'm doing 3 layout shares, stash busting this collection to share with you over here in YouTube land, and I still have so much of the collection left that I think it's going to be quite fun to stash bust it with the new Vicki Boutin collection and just see what I can come up with in terms of that creativity. All right, if you're new here and you've never seen my videos before, I tacky glue everything. The Queensland heat, humidity, sun kind of wreaks havoc on adhesive, so I do like to have that little bit of tacky glue, yeah, just to hold everything down. I'm getting out my fun little bag of twine just to add a little bit of texture thread there, and essentially I think this layout came together really nicely. I love the layers, the journaling, the stash busting was amazing. I feel like I've almost included something from every little element, and I'm going to tuck a few more little rub-ons just because I can and I have plenty of them, and then I'm going to call this layout complete. Okay, that's my share for you today. Thank you for watching. I hope that you have enjoyed. Can't wait to get creative with some new supplies, and as always, happy scrapping.